All right, so Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. Got to give all praise to Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Qadash. I give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone led me to this truth. Been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, us be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. And it's not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. So the Lord put the spirit on me to, I've been considering a matter concerning, doctrine, of course, because that's what we're here. We're here to consider doctrine. And I'm not saying that I'm considering the doctrine of great millstone is off in any way. What I'm saying is I'm considering the matter of paying attention to these brothers, right? Now, I ain't gonna say that Yahawashi is not dealing with them. Okay, he might be. It just might be a stumbling block, maybe not. But as I got to listening to this brother, he didn't come with a very contrite spirit. He wasn't like strifer or anything. He wasn't in a way of he was coming in a way of defending himself. Okay, and it's a group of them, and they were defending themselves from it was from Azana Moth, and it was from Elder Manata Zatbach, right? And he was coming off like in a sense of they just out here to just strictly cause strife in the brotherhood. Now, tell me this. So you're telling me that an elder, okay, that's been in Great Millstone for 10 plus years, 12 plus years, right, has been causing strife this whole time, and he's never been rebuked by none of the elders and apostles, Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Ramlov. None of them have not came and said, don't mess with Elder Manata Zabak. They ain't never came and said, don't mess with Azana Moth. So why is it that, a person that's not in Great Millstone is calling them out and saying that basically they're doing all this discord, and they're out of order, but but none of the elders and apostles have said nothing about what Elder Manata Zabak and them do. It said this, because I'm going by the spirit. I ain't writing nothing down this time. Hold on. But we get into this because I was watching this video, right? And like I said, I'm real soft to speak before. What I mean, like, I'm not swift to speak. I listen more than I speak. Just because I'm on camera talking don't mean like when I'm off camera, I'm listening. I'm paying attention to things. And the Lord put the spirit on me to deal with this tonight. So because you got to understand, elders are placed to do certain things. Okay. And some of them do things more than others. Some of them are just elders that rebuke. Some of them elders that lift up. Some of them are elders that do other things. Okay. But it's all a body. Okay. So hold on. So what was it? They are different. what's the word I'm looking for? How about some Rawchaa? There are different I'm gonna find it. So bring this one up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Uh yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go. Hold on. See if I can find it. No, I just want that one preset. All right, now this is that's kind of what I'm looking for, but hold on. It's one word that I'm looking for. Because that's kind of what I'm talking about. There's different members of the body, but they all do different things. But that's not the one I'm looking for. It's right here. It's Romans chapter 12, verse 4. This is where I was looking for. What do you have about Yahawashi? So, like it says, right? We're gonna read a little bit of this, and then we're gonna go back to what I'm trying to get at. The point where Yahawashi had me bring across. So this is Romans chapter 12, verse 4. It says, we have many members in one body, right? And all members have not the same office. So some brothers are meant to what? Teach, some are to preach, some are to rebuke, some are to lift up, some are to exhort, in different ways. You see what I'm saying? But it says also this. Okay, so right here, this is First Peter chapter 2, verse 18, right? It says servants, right? Because we all serving Yahawashi, right? It says be subject to your masters. So who's the masters of all the servants of Yahawashi? Great millstone, right? For all us who believe, because as this brother says, this guy right here, this guy talking about the wicked counsel, envy, strife, and contention, right? The shadow of the wings, 12 tribes. Now, I ain't saying he a demon. I don't know the guy, but I'm just trying to go by the doctrine and go off where I believe Yahawashi is trying to show the error, and that's it. It's got nothing to do with us. This has got to do with Yahawashi's doctrine, right? So he says, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. So his problem was was Elder Manasseh Zadbok was too forward for him. But it says being subject with all fear to each one of them, right? So we want to look up this word forward. What does that mean? Look that up first, because there's some brothers that come rough on the edges because they can't had a rough lifestyle. That don't mean that they wicked. They just handle things a different way, and that's what Elder Yahawah was trying to explain in one of his lessons that he did about a week ago. Okay, you can't just think somebody is, a forward brother in the truth. You can't just think of them as somebody who the Lord's not dealing with. Okay. And this dude, he's on here talking like the Lord ain't been using Elder Manasseh Zadbok and Azana Mount for all these years. Okay. He's not going to use them two brothers for all that time. And then nobody in Great Millstone come at them and rebuke them. Nobody in Great Millstone don't come and take them out the flock. Okay. It doesn't make sense for them to do that, because our elders are set up. It says in Titus chapter 1 verse 5, he ordained elders in every city. So for the elder Manasseh about to be an elder, and then they just be like, oh well, he just doing all types of strife and mischief, but they don't say nothing about it. That don't make no sense. That's basically you saying that Great Millstone is just letting somebody be evil and not do nothing about it. So you basically going against the whole body when you do that, bro, because some people are supposed to be that way. Okay. And there's other elders who are supposed to lift those people up. It's a body. He's doing what he's supposed to do, or he wouldn't be doing it. So this is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. I'm just trying to put out what did make sense to me, because I listened to about an hour and 30 minutes of it, just listening to all his points and everything. But there's one part that got me to where I'm like, all right, you going another way, man. So this is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. He might be right about whatever, but it says to if you I'm right about how like they said like he wasn't they tried to say that he was teaching a false doctrine about the new covenant and stuff. He said he wasn't. Okay, whatever. I look at it like I'm not a kind of person who meddles with another man's affairs that much. Okay, so I'm not gonna go through all your videos and look to find out if you did that. But if you're doing it, the Lord gonna destroy you. You know what I'm saying? That's your issue with Yahawashi. But we know that Great Millstone was set up to teach us this stuff, right? So if you go against anything they say, whatever they believe in, it's basically like you're going against the body of Yahawashi. So like I said, it said, but also to the forward, right? So what does forward mean? What does that mean? Let's go look that up, because there's gentle and there's forward. So you got some elders that are gentle, some of them that are not as gentle, right?
Strong's G 4646. Scalias.
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 Scalias. See? It says crooked, curved, metaphorically, perverse, wicked, unfair, surely, forward. See, and that doesn't mean like they're wicked. What it's saying is that's what that word means. But when you're looking in that passage, it's talking about to the ones that are not as gentle, to the ones that are tough. Okay, because like if you think about like Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson had the toughest father, but what? He became one of the best, singers and actors and stars, out of all of them. You see, so you need your forward teachers. You need your teachers that are hard. Okay, because we're coming into a hard time. Okay, you need your gentle ones too, but it has to be a balance. You got to have some of your teachers that are tough on you, and continually tough on you. Because that's going to build that callus. After you have that hard situation so many times, you build that callus. You see, and it makes you tough to where nobody can't say nothing to you to drop you out of the truth, or nobody can't say nothing to you to get you to start going off. Okay. That's why they say Elder Manasseh back there, and his whole point was, now they got elders and whatnot, and they talked about how this guy named Fisher Turn Hunter or something, he ain't doing the work no more. But my whole thing is we got to consider the whole matter of these things. Fisher Turn Hunter something could have happened to him, man. He could be in the hospital, man. something could be going on. We're supposed to pray for brothers, man. If he was just diligent, do the work, and he just disappeared for 2 months, something might have happened to him, man. He might not have got sifted out. He might have went to jail. He might have hurt him. Like, we got to pray for brothers. You see what I'm saying? Especially us at the young, us that are young in the truth. We're supposed to pray for brothers and not do too much trying to point out people, because we just got here. You know, we're not supposed to be doing all that. You know, but this is a bold thing this dude doing, man. Like, he trying to be like, these people been set up in Great Millstone for 17 plus years, 10, 15 plus years, right? But they've been going off the whole time. That don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. That's why he said, what, be with all fear. He didn't say have fear. And that's showing, like, to do that and just call them retrobates and wicked men, that's not showing no fear of what Bahasham Yahawashi set up. Okay, this is his setup. Okay, so I want to just point out one thing, because he went going on talking about elder apostle Ramlovs was talking about how their elder, which is nonstop on the street 777 or something, you know, he was doing the work. He does the work a lot, and they said he does the work, you know, and whatnot. But you know, he's basically trying to say Elder Manata Zabak and Azana Mount are trying to step over the authority of Apostle Tahar and them. And you don't think Apostle Tahar and them would not say something to them if they was doing that? They literally report to them, to Apostle Tahar and Elder Apostle Ramlov. They report to the head elders. Now this is where I was like, all right, bro, this is why I see why there's a contention between them and between him and GMS, because he doesn't believe that King Masha, right, was King David. Okay, so he wants to claim that that's not biblical, right? He wants to claim that that's not right. But you want to also say that GMS got all the truth, right? So you say GMS got all the truth, but you don't believe when they tell you that, right? So what does that mean? That means that you don't believe they got the 100% truth, because they're not going to tell you something if it's not part of the 100% truth. Either you believe they got the 100% truth or not. They can't say they got the 100% truth and then say King Masha was King David come back in the flesh, and then he not be. That would be giving you false doctrine. So that means you would be saying all the GMS is going off. Okay, and this was his point right here. I'm gonna play just a little bit, and I want you to see what he said about this. Okay. I listened to hour and something of this shit. I ain't listened to the rest of it, but this is just why it's part one. I'm gonna go back and look through it and see what the Lord want me to bring up. But that's just a couple precepts to show, you know, you're supposed to respect them regardless. If they got a situation, the Lord gonna deal with that. Okay. It says, I got one more before I play it. Hold on. I got one more. Okay, because he's just saying Manata Zaba. He ain't even saying elder. Okay. And it says we're supposed to respect our elders. And it also says, consider the days of old and ask thy elders and they shall tell thee. So if the elders tell you that King Masha was King David coming back and you don't believe that, what does that mean? You're not believing what the elders and apostles are telling you. You see what I'm saying? So hold on. It's just these young brothers, man. You know, they think like they can out counsel the counsel that the Lord set up. You can't do that, man. Okay, it don't matter how you feel about it. We can't go against what they say. Whatever they say, we're supposed to believe that. This is a spiritual military. You can't just fucking come in and say, well, I think that's wrong because you can't, because you, like he said, because it's just what you believe. It's not biblical. What do you mean what you believe? What are you talking about? He said he was going to raise the last temple in the last days. You think he ain't going to bring him back to raise the temple? It's his damn temple. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, he tried to make it seem like them believing in that was false or something, but we about faith. We are faith-based belief. You see what I'm saying? So hold on. So this is First Peter. You know, or wait, hold on. Like I said, hold on, because I almost forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah. Because they don't want to bring this stuff up. They want to put other stuff out, but they don't want to bring out the stuff that they tell you not to do. You know, if it really was, he talked about 1 Corinthians 14, verse 40, be decently and in order. Well, you should have went to your elder and asked if you could even put that damn video out. Okay, because you're talking about another elder. Okay, and that's out of order going to talk about another elder on live, man. You see what I'm saying? That's out of our pay grade. Okay, it just said, but fear all the elders. Don't be popping up on them. And that's what I did when I first came in the truth. But I learned now not to do that, and I don't do that. You see? That's all it takes. So look, 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 1. It says, rebuke not an elder, man. And that's a 2-hour rebuke against Elder Menatazabak and Azanamah. Now, Azanamah's not an elder, of course. We know he's a faithful follower of Great Millstone. He's been there for years. He's done things for Great Millstone. And he just come out like that. The Lord ain't dealing with these men. I ain't saying he ain't dealing with this. I ain't saying the Lord ain't dealing with this guy either, because I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy, Shadow of the Wings 12 Tribes. Now, I subscribe to him because I heard him one time say, Shalom to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the double honors. But what does it mean to be double honors? You believe what everything these men say. And you also, privately do other things for them, right? Everybody who understands it. Everybody who understands it. It says, bring ye money to my storehouse, And some brothers tie up to other brothers. Some brothers might tie up to the top, whatever. Just whoever the Lord put you the spirit on to do it for, just do it. It's all the body. Some other parts of the body need it. So if everybody just give to the top elders, who gonna give to the other brothers? Sometimes, it's not a big deal to show love to any of the brothers in Great Millstone, okay? And they try to say, they've heard Elder Manasseh Zabak, or not Elder Manasseh, but Elder Pastor Hart said some people at GMS, they fucked off or whatever. But how I am is like, I don't know who it is. He ain't put nobody specific. So I'm gonna have that respect. And whoever has GMS on their name, I'm gonna treat them like they really part of GMS. I'm gonna respect them like they part of GMS, unless I hear don't fuck with him. You see what I'm saying? Because they're very serious about that. Being like, having somebody in GMS and they're not doing what the Lord told to do. That's his body. That is his governing body. Okay. For the, now there's other brothers that's not in Great Millstone who are just, they just as on fire and doing the work, but GMS is his governing body. That's why everybody gives double honors to GMS. Okay. So it says, rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren, right? So we're supposed to treat them like our spiritual fathers, right? So when what happened when your father tell you something and you like, well, you going off? What your father gonna do? He gonna punish you, man. But he's got these men set up to where if we do go off, they can rebuke you, and then you can change and not do that shit, right? So it says the elder women as mothers, the younger as sisters, with all purity. See, supposed to treat each other right, of course. Some brothers are forward, and they do, they sometimes they a little bit, they sound harsh, but in Israel, rebuke is love, okay? And not everybody is gonna be soft, okay? Not anybody in GMS is gonna be soft, but I mean, like, there's a difference between gentle and soft. Gentle is like, they'll rebuke you in a way where it's broken down to where, they're just saying it in a calm way. But then you got some brothers that don't do it that way. But it says what? It says respect both of them. You see? Us is coming in this truth. So verse 3, honor widows that are widows indeed. We know, honor everybody in the body, right? So I don't want to go too far in it, but I want to get to this point right here. It says not to rebuke thy elder, and it also talks about if you do rebuke elder, there's got to be 2 or 3 people present, but you got to go get that from the elders, man. So this is what this dude's saying right here, man. This is what he's saying. He's trying to say that they're going off, but they're not going off, man. But I want to just play this small part. They're not going off, man. The elders and apostles of Great Millstone, ain't none of them are going off. The ones that is doing the work, they're not going off. They're not doing the wrong. He tried to say that Azanamah was just preaching in the wilderness or whatever. You can do that. John the Baptist preached in the wilderness. He was in the wilderness preaching to the Lord too. So there ain't nothing wrong with doing that. You know what I'm saying? And he make it seem like if you go preach this, if you go preach this in a very high busy area, then the Lord ain't gonna reach them. No, the Lord gonna make it reach who He wanted to reach, man. We don't bring people in the truth. We just do the work, and the Lord brings people to the truth. So it don't matter if you do this in the middle of a desert, okay? Because that's what the apostles were doing last time, and people woke up, man. Don't matter where we do it at. Lord got some people doing it in the wilderness. You got some people doing it in the high concourse areas. You got some people doing it in the suburbs. It's everywhere. So we're gonna just play this and see what he say.
Councils, right? Slandering brothers and not being able to come forth with the matter as a man, right? But you know, this is and kind of there's like text, whatever. And yeah, so again, you see these men operating in this type of spirit, and yeah, man, hey, that's off in the spirit. All right, so again, man, these dudes are operating in a secret, wicked counsel, and Heavenly Father is making these things known through the spirit of Yahawashi. Now, I'm gonna take a look at this right here. Now, this is another dude who these dudes used to work with, do the work and fellowship, if you will. They were kind of, linking up through the spirit with Ashamath, right? So as you can see here on the right side, now I bid them shalom earlier in the chat. I saluted these dudes. It's like I'm not pulling it up right now, but I saluted these dudes, right? And this is your call, and this is Ahmad Zion. This dude's out of Arizona, all right? This dude's out of Modesto, California, right? So, posted a few precepts, so obviously now, when you see this right here, on the right side, Fisher John Hunter seen it, and he says, shadow thy wings, 12 tribes. If you don't believe what we believe, why are you posting precepts? Why are you here posting precepts, right? Speaking on if you don't believe King Marshall was King David, then you don't believe the same thing, right? So I post.
But that's right. How you gonna say you follow Great Millstone and then say you don't believe in that, but then go on their comment board posting precepts? It says don't meddle with them that are given a change. Mark those that cause divisions and avoid them. You can't have somebody coming on your comment board that don't believe what you believe and then posting precepts. That doesn't make sense. You stay over there. If you don't believe that, then stay over there. And don't say double honors to the great elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, because that's what everybody in the elders, apostles of Great Millstone believe. You ask anybody in Great Millstone, they believe that King Marshall is King David. Period. That's what they believe. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. That's what they told me. I believe it. So I don't get the point. But hold on.
Posted up. It says, 1 Corinthians 14:40, let all things be done decently and in order. Christian John 4, peace be with you. Says, I'm not going to disrespect your call and the brother on their platform, right? So it says, hey, if you don't believe in 100% truth, don't come around us. What does that sound like? It sounds like Manat Zabak.
No, that doesn't sound like Manat Zabak. And he says Manat Zabak. He doesn't even say elder. You see what I'm saying? He's not even showing no respect. And this kid ain't even the elder. See? He's not showing no respect to Great Millstone, but he say he follow Great Millstone and he believe in Great Millstone. When you watch it, he say, yeah, we know we get this truth from Great Millstone, but you talk about Manat Zabak like he ain't been doing this for a decade plus, man. This is an elder you talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the Lord's men he's dealing with. Okay? He wouldn't have him doing this 10 plus years for nothing, man. And he been doing it faithfully. But, when you look at him, it don't look like he been there too long. He got 314 subscribers, whatever. He ain't been in the truth like that, man. He ain't been in the truth for no 10, 15 years, man. You know what I'm saying? So, right, we're going to keep going. We're going to hear what he say about it.
Right? And again, what does the elder apostle Ariana say? You can believe whoever you want. Hey, it's like it. So you can follow whoever you want, or you're going to be confused. Right?
See? You see? So he said, his point is he's trying to make it seem like Elder Apostle Ramlaw said that, you can believe whoever you want. That means so you can believe whoever you want, but you're going to be confused. What is that? What is he saying? What is he really saying right there? He's saying if you are listening to anybody else other than Great Millstone when it comes to getting edified on doctrine, not going out and teaching it, because whatever we teaching, if we're teaching it and we say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, that means that we learned it from them. So we're not going to say double honors to the elders and apostles and say King Marshall was a King David, because that's who we heard that from. That's who we learned that from. You see? But he's trying to make it seem like he can like, just watch.
So there again, these dudes are trying to supersede and leapfrog the elder apostles, right?
And no, they not. He said they trying to leapfrog the elders and apostles. Don't you think they would have said something? Don't you think Elder Apostle Tahar, one of them, would have said something to Elder Manat Zabak? Don't you think? Like, he act like they don't got each other's phone numbers and stuff. Like, they don't have an inside chat, man. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, and that's why it says don't meddle with other men's affairs, especially the elders, man. You're going off right here, bro.
Let me play this real quick.
I ain't worried about this. I'm worried about what he gonna say. I ain't worried about that. Just watch what he say next. So basically, this dude right here, he ain't accepting his rebuke, I guess, from what they're saying. But you know, that ain't what I'm trying to get at.
Right. So again, I gotta repent. I gotta repent from what? Right? It was again, I gotta repent from what? Because I'm not 100%. I don't believe that King Marshall was King David, unless the Heavenly Father raised him from the dead. Right? So again,
see what I'm saying? You hear what he just said? So he go this whole time talking about a little leaven at the whole lump, right? Okay, so you know the truth. You got the truth, but you learned everything else from Great Millstone, but you don't believe that King Marshall was King David. But everybody in Great Millstone believe, but you right. That's the thing that the Lord wanted to put the spirit on, man. Put me a spirit on to deal with. Like, that's why you got to be real careful with people, man. You got to really listen to people. Okay? Because he had a whole, at the beginning of it, all he did is basically, he slandered Elder Manasseh Zabak and Azan Mouth like big time. Okay? Like big time. Now, we know Azan Mouth did a video about this brother, Jonathan Bakar 144K. Okay? And, was saying, they put bitches in the cloth or whatever. Hey, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a kind of person where I grew up around very dangerous people, okay? And I was never a dangerous person. I don't got no violent record. I never went through nothing like that, but I was raised in a way it was like, you don't call another man that, so I never do it. But hey, he can do whatever he want to do. He his own man. He can make his own decisions, man. But where I'm from, we don't call other men that because it's like I done seen other men get dealt with seriously off that. So that's just my own opinion. But that's not my role or my position to say whether he's right or wrong. Why? Because he's a big brother. Okay, the Lord put him on the spirit to do that. He did it. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to respect my big brothers and elders and apostles, okay? And he's not in Great Millstone, but he's still a big brother who's a follower of Great Millstone, and he's in the body and he's in good standing. So I'm going to respect whatever he says. Doesn't mean that I always have to understand why he said it at the time. But this is how it works, man. The Lord's not going to just keep his spirit on somebody for 10 plus years and not be dealing with them, man. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense, man. So for him to be like all this sowing discord, and then you come out and say, what, because I don't believe that they're telling the 100% truth? Because that's what you're saying when you say that they're wrong about something. He said, I don't believe that King Marshall is King David. So what is that saying? You're saying that they're wrong, which means what? Why are you watching them? What's the point of, and this is another big brother was talking about, see, they got their whole motherfucking video just be about slandering Great Millstone and coming against Great Millstone. This is that shit right here, man. This is this shit right here, man. Okay, this is what's sowing discord. Because he's the one having a plot, talking about having a plot and an agenda, right? Well, you're gonna have a plot and agenda by trying to act like, on these only two brothers is going off in Great Millstone. Ain't nobody said nothing but your ass, and you ain't even getting Great Millstone, bro. You ain't nobody said nothing about them two, the elder and the big bro, but you had something to say about it, and a couple other brothers. But when you look at Jonathan Bakar 144K, he went to a Great Millstone camp and stopped going, and then put GMS on his name. Okay, that kind of stuff is insulting to them. That's why they get mad about it. Okay, And it's really because they feel betrayed, bro. Because when brothers come through, they do welcome them in open arms. You know what I'm saying? Some of them be a little harsh on them if they got to, but the most time they not, man. Great Millstone is loving the brothers, man. All right. Like he's trying to make it seem like Great Millstone just some wicked ass men or something, because that's basically what you're saying. Because the elders are at the top of it. So you point out an elder and saying that they just wicked beyond all means. Like it's a whole hour slandering them, man, bringing up all types of scriptures. Like these is just like the wicked Pharisees or something, man. Okay, and when he talk about there's brothers in it, like what Elder Apostle Tahar said, there were some brothers in Great Millstone that wasn't worth the shit or whatever. That had to be the ones that fell out. That had to be the ones that wasn't doing the work, not the ones that's doing the fucking work and reporting to the elders. Why the fuck would they say they ain't worth shit? That doesn't make sense, man. But that's all I wanted to say, man. That's all I wanted to say. This is part one of considering the whole matter. I'm finna go watch the rest of the video and see if I find anything else that the Lord put the spirit on me to deal with, because that shit's going all the way off, man. You going against the doctrine, man. You going all the way against the doctrine, and you over here talking about praying for everybody to be to come to repentance. What are you talking about, man? Repenting is an action, and it's many more things than just, you know, than just calling somebody a bitch or whatever, or saying somebody going off. That has nothing to do with repenting. But when you going against the body of Great Millstone, yeah, you got to repent about that, which means what? Change your mind that you said that they was wrong, because they're not wrong, bro. Okay, the Lord, there's nobody else teaching this doctrine like them. There's nobody else teaching this doctrine like them. And you're going to take a 99.9% of it and say they're wrong about this. And then you say that a little leaven up the whole lump, like they're the ones going off. That's deceitful, bro. That's real fucking weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not coming at you as like, I got a problem with you. I got a problem with what you said about the doctrine. I got a problem with what you said about Great Millstone. I'm just a follower, bro. But I follow for real, bro. And I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this shit and you act like you ain't just say that shit, bro. So you want to act like that ain't no big deal? Hey, man, don't come on people's comment board who believe. That's a disrespectful, man. It said we don't meddle with other people going into other doctrines, man. We don't get in that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why Elder Apostle Ramon said, what? You believe you want, you follow who you want, but you won't be confused. Why? Because they lying, man. That's why he said they ain't got GMS on their page. Hey, man, watch them motherfuckers. I'm talking about even me. Watch me. Shit. I'm not in Great Millstone either, but I bet you this. Every Sunday, I'm holding a sign for GMS in Oklahoma. Every Sunday, I'm holding a fucking sign off camera. Okay? And anytime my elder say something to me, hey, I'll listen. Anytime I ask them regularly, is there anything I did that bothered the brotherhood? Is there anything that they've said about me? Is there anything that I'm going off on? He'd be like, no, you good. You know? It's an order, man. This shit ain't no fucking game, bro. And that shit was weird, bro. That shit was weird, bro. And that's just how I feel in the spirit. I just feel like that shit was weird because, you know, you tried to say that they was lying. You tried to say that, you know, and that's what they mean by you was going off on the King David doctrine. You was trying to say that he didn't come. You trying to say he was a King Mashah. Okay, well, who you get this doctrine from, man? You got this from our four spiritual fathers, man. He said he was going to raise up the temple on the last day. What you think going to bring a generic King David, bro? It just don't make no sense, man. But it's all good. That's just all I was in the spirit I had to say. So shalom to elected Israel, to the hopeful elected Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indian Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations. Got to give all praise to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi, Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the only elders and apostles of Israel. And if you don't believe that, then don't say double honors, bro. Don't even give respect to them, because that's all they looking for. 100 or 0. In or out, man. Follower or member. You see what I'm saying? So gotta give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to get double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone led me to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we part of that number. Lord willing, is be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and are striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Esdras chapter 5, verse 42. And Lord willing, we get out of here soon. Hey, I'm just like every other brother. We trying to make it. That's the only reason why we coming out here and saying something. I ain't got no problems with no brothers. I ain't gonna call no brothers outside their name. So I seen niggas get murdered for that shit, man. I ain't with all that shit. I'm just coming here to do the work. I get rebuked. I'm gonna take that rebuke. I don't really do that rebuke stuff too much because I'm new. And if I do rebuke, I'm gonna do it in a way to show you the scriptures. And if anything, I say you weird, bro. That's it. All right. All my brothers and everything, bro, it's been in the pen and shit, man. I don't deal with that shit. That shit can get serious, man. That's just me, man. That's just me. People don't know who I am, man. And I don't want you to know who my old self was. I'm trying to get rid of that person and be this person who the Lord told me to be. So wild bubble ball. Lord willing, we all get out of here, man. Shalom.